Welcome to Simply Ethics classes. So this is a YouTube channel where I'll be teaching UPSC Civil Services examination. Subject will be GS4. So I'll be covering the GS4 part of your syllabus, which is ethics. So I'll be what will be the plan of these classes, like how we will proceed there. So first thing, I'll try to cover the entire syllabus. So there are 8 units in your syllabus. If you go through the syllabus, you will see there are 8 subsections. The last one is the case study. So there are total 7 subsections, which is the theory part, and this one is the case study part. So I will be discussing all these theoretical units in detail from various sources. So I'll be mentioning those sources in next few slides, and after that the other few things which I'll be including is the answer writing discussion also, like how we can approach the answers in the paper. So basically we will be covering the previous year question papers. So that will help us understand the nature of the subject, how UPSC asks the questions. And other than that, the second part of your paper will be case studies. So we'll be taking various case studies also. So we'll be covering the previous year papers from 2013 to till 2020. So we'll be discussing all these previous year question papers in detail. And first we'll try to cover some syllabus part, and after that correspondingly we will be covering few questions from the part which is done. So let's move on to the next slide, where now in this lecture first I will be discussing the syllabus and the resources. So how you can approach, so and that decision is yours. So I'll be telling you the various sources available. Whatever you feel comfortable with, you can select as per your convenience. So this will be the index for these videos. So I'll be updating this index in every after every lecture, so you can easily navigate through these index for specific topics. So all these videos, all these lectures will be available on the playlist of the YouTube channel, so you can go through that. So the entire syllabus will be covered. I think it will take more than 50 plus videos, so that will be even more. So that playlist will be arranged according to this index, so you can follow this index as well. I'll be pasting this index in every video, so that whenever you navigate to the another topic, so you can go to that lecture and you can see that. So let's come to the available sources. So what are the resources? So you must have gone through few of the toppers recommendation about these sources. So if you have seen that, then most of the many of them have recommended this book Lexicon for ethics, and few of them have also recommended this Vajiram and Ravi's yellow book, which is for general studies ethics, and this one is the Subbarao. But see, most of the time candidates will refer this one, and you will find this book also many times. These two books are good books. So these two books will cover your syllabus in detail. There will be hardly few things which will not be covered in these books. Subbarao is not a generally very famous book, so I am not sure. I have not gone through this book, but I have seen this book. I have studied this book, and I have studied this book as well. These two books cover entirely your GS4 syllabus. And other than that, if you want to few of the toppers have also recommended the Justice series of Harvard University. And Harvard University, this is the YouTube channel where you can find these videos. What is the purpose of these videos? The purpose of these videos will be these are the highly qualified scholars of regarding the ethics and sociology subjects. So these scholars will be opening your mind, like how you must think about ethics. This is the beauty of these lectures. This is why these lectures are important. It's not that much beneficial for your syllabus point of view. Even you can skip that, but once you go through these lectures, you will find there are many dimensions to different actions. So they will be telling you what are the moral dimensions of different actions in general life, or if they'll be taking cases of criminals, so they'll be taking various dimensions of these criminal cases, how these crimes are different moral or immoral dimensions of these criminal cases. So that is the practical orientation of this justice series of Harvard. Go through these in your free times, so you will find it interesting. So now we'll move on to so these are the, like, you can say text sources, whatever the text sources you want to follow. Any of the three books. This one is for your basic understanding, how you can think about the ethics, how you can think about the morality of any action. Other than that, there are few sources which are necessary for us. See the second ARC. This is important for public administration unit. This will be very important. So this is there are various recommendations about how to improve the public administration. So this also we will be covering. I will be taking separate class on this. So after that, so see, what is the beauty of ethics is that other than these books, whatever you choose to study, that will build up your basic understanding. Okay, after that basic understanding, you will have to look around yourself, because ethics is totally practical based paper. So you will be practicing this paper. You will not be practicing history or other subjects, but when it is about ethics, you will be practicing this in your whatever real life also, and when you get selected in your administrative life also. So you have to see the practical scenes around you also. So those scenarios can be very, very source of the ethical thinking, and that you can implement on your daily basis. If you find any event or any event from your personal observation or from newspapers, if you see a newspaper article regarding some unethical conducts, that also can like instigate your mind, like how you can think ethically. So that should be the approach of the paper. Why it is important? See when you are reading ethics, because when we will discuss the previous year questions, you will see hardly like more than 50% questions will be on practical based, and your entire case study is practical based for 125 marks. Okay, and nowadays they are changing the nature of the question also. They are asking the questions which are totally practical oriented questions. So you cannot like deal with this paper by like reading the book, a particular book, and mugging it up. So you will have to do active learning. Active learning is very important. So you will have to expand your like horizon of thinking. When your observation should be very vast. So based on that observation only you can perform well, and the syllabus of this subject is very limited, and so these things you will have to consider for scoring good marks. So second ARC I have mentioned, the life events also. After that the national and international leader from different arenas of like various there will be various international or national leaders in different sections. Like some will be in economic field, some will be industrialists, some will be scientists, some will be like the politicians also. So all these examples you will have to keep in your mind. Why I'm saying this? Because when you are writing an answer for ethics, you must be good with examples. Why you must be good with examples? Any example, like if there is a question on honesty. So when there is a question on honesty, you will have to mention various examples where popular personalities has used the honesty, because they are looking for some genuine answer. You will, if you are writing about yourself, that will not be known to like how you are, or about your grandparents or your parents or your friends. That will be not known to the examiner. Examiner only knows whoever is in limelight. So like if about honesty, if we talk about, then we can mention Ashok Khemka, if you know Ashok Khemka. Like that, there will be many examples for various values or various cases. So these leaders or these examples should be on your tips. So I am telling all these basic things because these things we generally tend to ignore. We tend to ignore all these things when we read newspaper, or if we find some extraordinary event in which a particular administrator has performed very well in that field. So we may skip that. But if you just note down that example in your notebook, and you can use that example in your when you are writing the answer, that will fetch you good marks. That is the importance of that. That's why I am mentioning these very minute things. Like you should remember all these things. Now then, the biggest source of ethics is our constitution. So that constitution should also you will be reading in your this paper too. But you should mention the articles, different articles from fundamental rights, fundamental duties, DPSPs. So these should be also used. After that, there will be questions on religious ethics and religious personalities. Newspaper I have already discussed. Justice series I have already mentioned. So other than this, if you find any source for this subject, you can note down that note down that in your notes, and you can use when. See why it is important to note down, because while you are reading, you will be preparing for 1 to 2 years. So for a considerable time you will be reading ethics as well. But if let's assume you finish the ethics syllabus in 2 to 3 months, but this 2 to 3 months will not add up, will not complete your preparation. When you are reading your complete syllabus of GS as well, so you will encounter various topics. When you are encountering these various topics, you should also extract those examples and put them into your GS paper 4. So there shall be a separate repository of for examples, codes. So these you should see. It will be looking very hectic to just like writing all these examples, but after 1 year, if you periodically or whenever you find like some example and you are writing in briefly in your notebook, after 1 or 2 years, you will see you will have a very rich resource for your ethics paper. So that's why I am mentioning this in detail. You should not skip. So if we skip, then later on, like we'll struggle hard to find these examples, because it's difficult to remember all these examples from newspapers and your daily walks of life. But when you keep on adding all these to your notes, that will help you in future. So what should be the strategy, how we will approach these subjects? So there will be students who are watching, many of them are like well read in UPS with the syllabus, but many of will be freshers as well. So I'll be talking from the point of view of freshers. So what the freshers should do, the first thing should be, you should read the syllabus properly. This should be for entire CSE syllabus. Entire CSE syllabus should be, you should study this syllabus, and when you are studying this syllabus, so you should do it periodically. Like you should do the revision as well. After 10 to 12 times when you read the whole syllabus, you will start remembering the things what is there in syllabus. So that should be applied to ethics as well. So there are 7 topics, as I have mentioned, other than case studies. So these 7 topics you will have to read again and again. Only the syllabus I'm talking, not the books. This is about the syllabus. Once you are familiarized with the syllabus, and after that you are starting, if you are reading the book, then you will feel comfortable, as you will be knowing that which part of the syllabus you are reading in this book. So what will be the next step? After that, I have recommended you various sources. Other than that, you can watch toppers videos as well. So that will also guide you which sources you can follow, and you can decide which one you like you are comfortable with, and you can start with that. And use internet. You say yes, you can use internet, newspapers, contemporary events. These are very good source for your again, like I'm saying, 4 examples. So how you can use internet? There are there will be various news on ethical conducts, on social services, on innovations. See, there is a site I tell you about. There is a site, the Better Indian. The Better Indian site is a very, they will be providing of such examples where people are innovating in various fields of life, like in environment protection and etc. So this can be the source for your examples. So you can use those examples. Okay. After that, newspapers, you will be reading articles. International ethics will be covered from news only. So what is international ethics? That you will have to mention the international events. So that should be also like covered. Revise frequently to become familiar with the words. See, what is the issue with the ethics? The freshers will be struggling with the words when you are like about in accountability, responsibility. All these words will be new for freshers, so they will be struggling to remember these words. So what you can do is, you can revise the definitions, and you can read about, you should frequently revise the syllabus by whatever you are reading. So after 2 to 3 readings, you will become familiar with the words, then you will not find any difficulty. So before writing answers, you should be comfortable with words first. If you are not comfortable with words, you will not be able to write an good answer. So that is the condition. Okay. So these things you can consider for the approach. Now we'll see what you can avoid in the initial stage. This is I'm sharing from my personal experience. So the first thing I'll say, skip notes making. In the initial stage, I'm not saying skip the notes making at all. In the initial stage, you should not make notes. Why? Because when you are new to the subject and you are fresher, you may end up writing the entire book in your note, and this will happen for 99% of the cases. If you are making notes in the first reading, you will end up writing the entire book. So this is why I am recommending you, do not waste time on making notes. What you can do, or what you should do, you should do one thing. Before making notes, you should be reading your sources at least 2 to 3 times. At least. minimum 2 times, maximum 3 times. And when you are reading these sources, definitely you will be doing underlining, etc., highlighting your important part. After first reading, you will be a bit familiarized with your syllabus. Then again you will do second reading. So for complete or good understanding, you will need 2 to 3 readings of your sources. So after these readings, when you make notes, that note will be very brief and very short. That will not waste your time, and that will make revision very effective. This is the importance of making notes after second or third reading. If you make notes in first reading, after first reading you will realize, after spending 2 to 3 months, when you complete the syllabus and complete the notes, you will realize that I have written so much that I should not even touch the notes and I should directly go to the book. Why? When I am reading everything which is written in book and the similar things are written in the notes, so you will feel very exhausted at that time. So that's why I am saying you should not waste on your notes time on making notes in the first reading. So after 2 to 3 readings, that will be better if you spend that time reading again and again your sources. So after reading 2 to 3 times, you can make notes. But you can skip the answer writing. Why you should skip answer writing? This is for freshers, because what happens whenever we see videos on YouTube, they'll be talking about answer writing, but you cannot start answer writing immediately. At least you should spend 1 to 2 months to you should be familiarized with the syllabus, and you should able to remember the things. Otherwise, when you are writing the answer and you are not able to reproduce the definitions or whatever their words are there, then you will feel like I am not able to write a good answer. So that's why first you try to cover the syllabus. After that, I'll be also taking the answer writing lectures on this channel, so you can follow that as well. So we'll see now what is the role of ethics. But first of all, we'll see the structure of your ethics paper. There are 2 parts. One is theory and another is case study. So in the theory part, they'll be asking direct questions, and in the case study we can say the application part of theory is case study. So when you are applying your whatever the 7 topics I have mentioned, I'll be showing those 7 topics. So they will be asking case studies on these 7 topics only. So that is the application. So while applying this theory in case study, that is the application. And nowadays even they are asking the question also based on application as well. So this is why, see, that's like the division of the paper. And what is the beauty of the ethics is, see, ethics is highly scoring paper compared to GS 1, 2, 3. Why? See, first of all, the what is the benefit? Like, this syllabus is brief. Syllabus is not that much vast as compared to GS 1, 2 and 3, and you can score good marks in that. There will be candidates who are scoring very good marks in this GS 1, 2, 3, but there are exceptions in that. If you perform above average in this, and if you perform very good in ethics paper and plus essay also, so generally it is said that there are 3 papers which are highly, like, we can score: ethics, essay and optionals. So we'll skip optionals as of now, because optionals require a good amount of time to prepare. What about the ethics and essay? Most of the times essay will need only practice. Whatever the knowledge you have, that knowledge you need to improve. You need to improve your presentation of that knowledge. That will be the requirement of the essay. Ethics, the syllabus is small, and you can cover in a lesser time and you can score good. That is why this paper is important. So we'll see about the ethics paper. So first question is, why was ethics introduced? Ethics was introduced in 2013 in the CSE. What was the purpose? Actually, before 2013, the subject public administration and a little bit about public administration and about ethics was taught in training period. During the training period of the selected candidates, these things were taught, were in the curriculum of the training. But what was the issue? Why it was introduced? See, the purpose of introduction of the CSE to examination of ethics to a CSE was that to increase the impact of ethical studies. How? See, you will feel the change when you read this entire syllabus. After 2 to 3 readings, your way of thinking will change. Definitely, your way of thinking will change. So you will be talking about ethical point of view of different actions, moral point of view of different actions, and like in politics we see there are many immoral activities. So you will be questioning those immoral and unethical activities. So that change you will notice in yourself after reading this entire syllabus. So that was the prime purpose of the UPSC in introducing the ethics into the CSE syllabus, because after selection only 700 to 800 students will be studying this subject, but when it is in the syllabus there will be 4 to 5 lakh students will be preparing for UPSC. So when 4 to 5 lakh students are preparing, not everybody will be sailing through the examination but the impact of the but the impact of the ethical studies will be on a much larger group. So the another important aspect of this will be when these 4 to 5 lakh students are reading this ethics. So whatever the next generation come after them, so they will be teaching them as well what are the ethical and moral standards and what should one follow. So this is the purpose, to increase the impact of the study of the ethics. So you can see why this was introduced. What to study in ethics, I have told you what to study in the various sources I have mentioned, miscellaneous sources I have mentioned. So that will be the source of your ethics syllabus. So what is ethics? This will be seeing in next few slides. In the first unit itself is on the ethics. So sources done already, how to approach also done. So these questions I have already covered, and this is the basic subdivision of the marks. This is the brief syllabus. I have not mentioned completely. This is the brief syllabus. So I considered there are like sub points, 8 sub points. So I am considering them as units. So there are total 7 units, 8 units. So these first 7 units are about theory, and the 8th unit you can see the case study on the above issues. So I will be covering these 7 units completely. I will not leave a single thing in this ethics paper, and after that we will discuss answer writing. So you can say the entire GS4 syllabus will be covered with these videos. So that is the brief about the ethics and syllabus. So I hope you can now follow these sources. So after this I'll be starting with the first unit of your syllabus, and I will start with discussion on various topics, and periodically we will discuss answer writing also. So thanks for watching, and stay connected and try to cover the entire GS4 syllabus with the help of these videos. Thank you.